What's going on, everybody? It's NBA Top Shot Talk back with another episode. Today's topic, we're going to be looking at some tools for analytics as well as for making purchases in the marketplace. First off, if you like what I'm doing here, please like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And today's topic is actually the third reason why I think Top Shot is here to stay. And it's because of all these tools that are being built around Top Shot that makes the experience better for the users and is really going to help out long term. Some of the things we're going to look at today is some websites for analysis, a spreadsheet from John Boy Beats on Twitter, as well as some Chrome extensions that help you out when you're making purchases in the marketplace. Today what I'm going to do is kind of a brief overview of all these, and then I'm going to take a deeper dive in the future into some of these resources and tools. If you'd like me to cover any of them in the future in a little more depth, add a comment to this video and I'll make sure to cover those in the future. As I said, I'm just going to do a quick overview of these different tools so I can show you a lot of different ones today. The first one we're looking at is Flowmarketcap.com. So this site uses the lowest ask to provide charts of what's going on. What I really like about it is it has one that is the overall market. So that's this one here. So you can really get an idea of what's going on at a macro level in Top Shot. Other features that they have is you can look at individual moments. So this is an example of OG Anunoby. And you can look at what has happened to the moment's lowest ask over an extended period of time. So you can look at this from the very beginning since Flowmarketcap was tracking it, or you can look at a more recent part by adjusting the chart. Next thing that they have is they have the gainers and losers. So what this does is it tells you the moments that have changed the most in the last 24 hours. So this is based on their lowest ask price and also based on the percentage change. Another interesting part of this is you can look at which players are trending in different directions by looking at their total moments. So you can see whether or not a player's performance has an effect on all their moments without having to worry about individual moments having an effect on your data. And finally, one of my favorite things about the site is the set breakdowns. So this shows you, you can really look at if there's differences in sets. So if base 2 set is doing better than base 1 set, and you can look at one set and open it up and see exactly what has been going on in the market in that set versus the whole market as well. They're really receptive on their Discord. If you join them, they've also started a Twitter. So if you have any suggestions or anything, they're constantly updated, new things are being added. So make sure to join their Discord if you have any suggestions. The next site is evaluate.market. This is one of the most popular tools to do with NBA Top Shot. On their main page, they have a market snapshot that gives you the total sales in dollars as well as in volume to give you an overall idea of the marketplace. What's great about evaluate.market is their individual moment breakdown. So here we have Chris Paul. You have how many are owned, the unique owners, how many are still in packs, and how many are minted that are not in packs. So this is really important information. And their charts is probably one of their most interesting thing. Unlike Flowmarketcap, this one, they actually break down the sales. So what we have here is every individual sale of the moment. The blue line is the average sales. Sometimes you need to be careful with the average sales because it takes into account the really high serial numbers. So sometimes that's why I like to use Flowmarketcap more versus Evaluate Market, because it uses the floor, which our market runs on a lot of. The really cool thing that they added with Evaluate Market is that you can, it's charted by serial number now, and you can remove those. So I can remove the average, I can remove the high serial numbers, and then even if I wanted to add take one more away and really get an idea of what the lower end serial numbers is going on, you can change your graph like that. Other things they have is they have an account value that you can look up based on lowest ask. I believe they're going to be adding a serial number adjustment to that as well, so you can look it up. You can also sign in and they'll track your account history over time once you've logged in, and kind of can get a chart of your evaluation over time. And last thing that they have is the market movers. So this is first sorted by floor volume, so things that are being bought up a lot, and you can see the percentage change in the in the past 24 hours based on the average floor. So there's a lot of stuff on this site. It's a great tool. The next site is rookshot.market, and this is from @SteveTS on Twitter, so make sure you go follow him. This site is where you gotta go if you wanna know anything about the rookie moments on Top Shot. It has interactive charts that track their prices. There is a database where you can search for the different moments and check what's been going on with their price changes. This one's going to be super important the next couple of weeks when the badges come out. You can track which moment has how many badges. And it is not just a resource for rookie moments. There is tons of amazing charts on this. Ones that I particularly like are the ones he does about the challenges and how much they are going to cost, and then even how much the rewards are after. The next site is cryptoslam.io. So this one has a lot of raw data. So you can see the total sales volume, you can see today's market buyers and sellers, and then you can also see today's mints, which is interesting about this site. You can actually see what's coming. They have the live sales and live marketplace, as well as the live mints. So you can see the last thing that was minted was the Platinum Ice for the Mike Conley reward that is coming. You can also look at an individual moment and see what's happened. So this is Dort from OKC, and you can see that this particular serial number, so it tells you all that information here, who it was sold to and from, and if there was any transfers. So of course it's minted, it goes to NBA Top Shot, then when it goes from a pack to someone, it's here, and then you can see all the sales and who was the seller and the buyer. So this is a lot more raw data if you really want to get into the nitty gritty. Another site that I really like for the minting is Top Shot Explorer, and this you can see set by set what's been minted, what's to come if they know ahead of time. So here, these are the cool cats. So here we have the next cool cats here and the one that's a challenge. There's none minted of this because it's going to be a reward, so we don't know how many are going to be yet. The next tool I'm going to show you is actually a spreadsheet made by @JohnBoyBeats on Twitter. This is a very extensive spreadsheet with a lot of useful information. I'm going to highlight a couple of the different things. One of the tabs he has is the first moment, so it has a breakdown of all the players' first moments from Series 1, which is going to be super important when the badges come out in a couple weeks. Another part of this is that he compares the commons of different players, so you can look at some inefficiencies within a player. And also he uses this for predictive measures. Another part of this is that he compares the first moments to their next common, and he shows the ratio so that you can try to find any inefficiencies, whether that be in the first moment or their next common. And this is probably one of my favorite parts of the spreadsheet, and the one that I use to help come to the conclusion for the speculation about Cool Cats 3. So if you saw that video that was very popular on my channel, I have @JohnBoyBeats to thank for that. And I wish I had been following him on Twitter earlier, because he had actually tweeted out the same conclusion earlier than I did. So I wish I had been following him. So make sure you follow him, because if I had been following him, I could have scooped up some more of these at an earlier time than I did. So what this does is it shows the circulating count of the Series 2, but it also shows you how many are remaining and in which pack they came. So that's really some important and relevant information. And probably my favorite thing on his spreadsheet is his challenge notes. So he uses his compare commons ratings to predict some prices, and it also tracks how much they have cost and perhaps whether or not they will be worth it based on his estimations after. Of course, these are estimations, but it is a lot more better than going blindly into a challenge. He even has some of the future ones. So he has the All-Star Conley as well in here, as well as the future Cool Cats. So again, follow him @JohnBoyBeats. You can get the spreadsheet off his Twitter. The last thing I'm going to check out today is the Google Chrome extensions that can help you out in the marketplace and hopefully get you a snipe to add to your collection. So the first one is Top Shot Helper. This sorts the listings, and there's a couple that do this, but this is my favorite one. And the other thing is a smart auto refresh. So if you saw my video on how to create a watch list, this is good so that you do not have to manually refresh. And I'll show you how both these work using the marketplace. So I'll use Kevin Durant as an example. So I have this here. If you open up your extension here, what you can do is you hit sort drop down, and then what you want to do is check off which ones you want for the color code. I like to check them all off, and we'll show you what happens when we open up the select a serial number. So what you'll notice is they're sorted by lowest ask first, so you can get the best deal, but also they are color coded, so low serial numbers will stick out quicker to you so that you can make your purchase faster. Remember, if you don't have this plugin, to sort the serial numbers, you have to go to Explore, All Listings, then click here, and then lowest ask. So all in that time, someone may have scooped up what you want. So this really saves you some time. For the smart auto refresh, what you want to do is you select the tabs that you want, and you can click how many seconds. So if I want them to refresh every 5 seconds, I choose the tabs that I want, and I add in the time that I want for them to refresh. And you'll notice that in the background there, it already refreshed while I was waiting. And if you look up here, this one's refreshing right now, and they're doing it without me clicking anything. So I can check on the number here whether or not the lowest ask has changed. So hopefully these can help you get some snipes in the marketplace and add to your collection. That's it for the video. I hope you found some of these tools useful. Make sure to go support these people. They are doing a lot for the NBA Top Shot community. And thank you for watching this far. Please like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And I will see you soon.